since that has almost become my regular intro. Anyway, hello, and here we are, another Commander Lucosa video. I can confirm that I am Commander Lucosa. I'm not Commander Daddy 07 accidentally signing off as me again. I'm afraid you're not going to live that one down. I'm going to keep that up for a bit. Anyway, here I am on Elite Dangerous 1.3 beta again. We're now up to beta 7. And there have been some rather significant changes with this beta 7. The first is one that a lot of people wanted and we finally got our way. The 10% loss when selling stuff in the outfitting has gone. Now, I hasten to add that it has gone temporarily, according to FD. It's not gone for good. They are looking at ways of implementing it again. So it's not ideal. They still seem hell-bent on implementing a system that very few people want. Unfortunately, one thing that almost nobody wants, i.e. the reputation decay, that hasn't gone. Now, on mine here, it's actually showing that my reputation with the Federation has gone up. Fuck knows how, but my Empire reputation hasn't gone down anymore. Not because I've done anything for the Empire, but because it can't go down any lower. It's just within friendly now. So all those months that I spent working away to get myself not just allied, but very highly into the allied, that's all gone to shit still. So I'm still extremely unimpressed with that mechanic. But if the 10% loss when selling upgrades has gone thanks to peer pressure, I can only hope that the reputation decay is also going to go. Now, that's just one change. Another change is we've got a third ship. Yes, you heard me right. It's not just 2 ships in the 1.3 update anymore. There's now 3. And the reason I'm coming to Wolf 406 is because I have a pretty good, or a sneaking suspicion anyway, that the third new ship will be here. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. I'll let you see it for yourself when we dock. Now, another thing while I'm here, I've had Commander Ripperjack almost begging me to try out the docking computer. So I've fitted the docking computer to this ship. As you can see, I'm in an adder, which actually has far more of a restrictive view than I remember it having. I like the adder. I think it's a bloody good ship for one of these pissant little things. But I don't remember the view being this restricted. It's fucking horrible. Anyway, right. Well, let's try out the.
Docking request granted.
Right, well, it says slow down for auto dock. Just how fucking slow have I got to go? Okay, here we go. Let's see how good it is. I remember the last time I tried it was in beta, I think it was beta 2, maybe. I know I tried it in beta 1, but that was it. Now I have to say, it is already much improved over what I saw in beta 1 and beta 2. I think it must have been beta 2, I don't think it was there in beta 1. In beta 2 it was fucking rubbish. Here, it's not bad at all. It's got me coming along at quite a rate. It is a lot faster, a lot more reliable. That's not bad at all, actually. That I'm pleasantly surprised. So there you go, Commander Ripperjack. I tried out your old docking computer, and yep, you were right. It is much improved. I still won't use one, but at least I've tried it out. Now, another change is the news. Now you get all this gump here, but if you want to view the latest news, you click on here and you get this wonderfully fancy new intro, followed by fuck all. There is no news to show anywhere. That is a known problem. So once again, Frontier Developments have introduced something. They know there is an issue with it, but have brought it in anyway. I'll let you try and figure out why. Right, now the reason I got the Adder was because of its jump range, but it's not that fantastic actually. So let's have a look and see what we've got here. Now, here is the old Diamondback. Of course, this is where I got it. And yesterday, while I was farting about with the beta version, I noticed that it was coming up Diamondback Scout. Now, it didn't really register at first. I just thought, oh, they've just given it a slightly longer name. But no, that's not all they've done. No, it doesn't look like they have the other one. The third new ship is the Diamondback Explorer. I'll just let that sink in for a minute. So their additional ship, and this is counting as an additional ship. It's going. This is the 20th ship. Is a variant on an existing model. In this case, the Diamondback. Now this means that they now have set themselves a precedence where they can say, right, we're now going to bring in the other 10 ships, and all they are going to be are variants on existing ships within the game. Now, they probably won't do that for all of them. The the Panther Clipper, they say is coming. And you know, the Panther Clipper is so popular that Frontier Developments wouldn't dare not put it in. So that's coming in. The Federal Corvette, I don't know if that's coming in or not, but I mean, again, they announced it with quite a fanfare. They would seriously be shooting themselves in the foot if they didn't bring it in. So that's coming. And that's the only two that I know for sure that have been announced. So that leaves another 8 that are just going to be variants on existing ships. So you'll have your Asp Explorer, and then you know the 21st ship will be an Asp Fighter, or you've got your Python, and then the next ship coming along will be a Python Explorer. Well, I dread to think about what such a thing would be like. And that now seems to be the route they are going as far as giving us the 30 ships. So when they said that they were giving us an additional 5 ships, you know, to try and sort of gloss over when they ditched the offline solo mode, they are actually going to do that now. They are going to have 30 ships, but they're going to do it in such a way that involves zero effort whatsoever, and all that it's going to be are variants of ships that are already in it. And that's bollocks. I refuse to believe that I am the only person who thinks that is a contemptible idea. And it just, well, if it had been any other developers, I'd have thought they were taking the piss. But because it's Frontier Developments, I know that they are genuine, they mean it. This is exactly what they're going to do. So, I now need a ship that's going to get me to my next destination quicker than an adder will. So I'm going to buy this and upgrade it and all that. And in the meantime, I'm going to pause this here, and we'll be back when I've reached my next destination. So back in a moment. Right, that took a bit longer than I thought, but here I am at my destination, which is at EOTNSys, and specifically in Parkinson Dock, although I don't really know why I came here because this place has got fuck all. You'll also notice that I now have a Cobra, changed my ship again. I think I've changed my ship more times during this 1.3 beta than I have in the game proper. Again, they haven't got an awful lot here. The Cobra was about as good as it got. So, and the outfitting was a fucking joke. I had to piss off to some other station just to get these A's. They had absolutely fuck all here. Now my loadout isn't ideal. You can see the bottom one doesn't even have anything in it. I was going to get collector drones. This place doesn't have any. Neither does the system that I went to, which I can't remember which one it was now, but they didn't have any anyway. Then I thought, well, what the fuck, I might as well stick a docking computer in there, so at least I don't have to, you know, if I can't bother to dock properly, I'll just let the game do that. Yeah, they don't have any of them here either. So, yeah, at the moment it's empty. You'll also notice I have the lovely red ignition paint job on there, which means that you can barely see the decals. In fact, on the front there you can't see them at all, apart from if you go to the front view, then you can see it, but that's the only time. Anyway, now we are in EOTNSys. Yeah, I had an interdiction. 800 credits, and one of those was an Imperial Clipper. Anyway, I can now do a little bit of the old what do you call them? Powerplay, that's it. I knew I'd get there eventually. So I can either prepare a system and take these Mark's military arms, or I can fortify another system and take these garrison supplies, and I don't have any vouchers to deliver, so I can't do anything of these ones. So it's a case of doing one of these top two. Now I can't for the life of me remember which systems need fortifying or which systems need these military arms. Well, there's one way to find out. Let's go and have a look. Right, now these are the ones that need preparation, I'm assuming. Usually, none of them mean anything to me. Expansion, there aren't any, because none were prepared last time around. Not to worry. So I could fortify these ones instead. as long as I do one of them, I really hope that's not saying this system's 87 light years away. Oh, fuck it. Well, if it is, I'm not going there. This one looks relatively close, so does that one. BV Phonesis sounds familiar. That's where there was a community event not that long ago. Okay, so if I bring garrison supplies to BV Phonesis, we can start with this place. Alrighty. Well, that looks like the one I'll do then. Where is it? There it is. Right, now at the moment I can get there in one jump. I'm not going to be able to get there in one jump once I've got the cargo on. Anyway, that's where I'm going, so I now need to get the old fortifying gumph. Now you can only get 10 of them at the moment because my rank's too low, so we confirm that. Now, for 100,000 credits, I can fast track the next quota, otherwise I would have to wait 16 minutes. Now I've got 405.5 million, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so I've now got 20 out of 24 tons filled with this lot, which I shall take to BV Phonesis. Now if we check the cargo, there we go, garrison supplies, 20 tons of them. Right, this is where I find out that I now can't reach it in one go while I'm fully laden. Yes I can. Oh fuck me, at last. Right, so let's go. Now in the full version I'm going to try my best to resist doing that fast tracking, but I suspect I won't be able to resist it very long.
Landing gear retracted.
But then, as I've been saying, I have a strategy in mind when it comes to power play in the finished game. A couple of people have already guessed what it is. I guess it's not that difficult to figure out.
Scan detected.
Now I assume it doesn't really matter which system I actually dock in when I get there. Soon find out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okie doke. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Fuel scooping complete.
This new
Fuel scoop
Super Cruise sound, I do like it. I've made no secret of the fact that I like it. But it reminds me of something, and for a while I couldn't remember what it was, and then it finally dawned on me. It sounds like you're travelling on the London Underground, which I used to do quite a bit. I used to go to London quite often. Right, let's see who's... someone from Serious Security. Now that's who interdicted me last time. This time it's only a Cobra. So I'll have a bit of him. He is showing as an enemy, so I can take him on. You want to know what I'm carrying, do you? I'm carrying these.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Now one thing I'm liking about 1.3, another thing, is that the AI in combat is much improved. It's more than can be said for the aim of my fucking cannon turrets. They haven't hit him once yet. Now that is to say, as these gone down, the AI improvement is more noticeable in assassination missions. The ships you go up against will have things like military grade armour, they'll have stronger shields, they will use shield cell banks, and they fight a lot better. Unlike currently in 1.2, they don't just basically kill over and die the moment you look at them.
Frameshift drive charging.
So if you go after a pirate lord
2, 1.
in an assassination mission, and he's an elite pilot in an Anaconda, you are in for a tough battle. Unlike at the moment, where he provides about as much challenge as a fucking Sidewinder half the time. Now if I can be asked, it will mean having to change this ship, because this current one is nowhere near good enough. I'll get a better ship, I'll load it out for an assassination mission, which will mean having to get a frameshift drive interdictor, and I'll take on an assassination mission to try and show how much better they are now. Or I may just wait until 1.3 goes live. Fuck knows when that is. I don't think anyone knows at the moment. And I'm almost at the point where I'm thinking, okay, the 1.3 update is going to piss off a lot of people. There's no getting around it, so just fucking, you know, make it go live and be done with it. It wouldn't be the first time in Frontier Developments has done that. They did that with the release, for fuck's sake. Right, here we are. How much did I get for taking out that 300? Because for doing that I have to cash it in here. I can't just cash it in any Imperial system now. Almost every bounty is now like that. You've got to cash it in at the system that you got the kill at. So if you have a large ship, Oh fuck, I put out if I remember. Request docking permission.
Docking request granted. Scan detected.
Yeah, so if you have a large ship, it is now rather beneficial, or is going to be rather beneficial, to have a second smaller ship hanging around so that you can cash those things in. Anyway, I don't think I could be approaching a more steep an angle. So, there we go.
Docking
Right.
successful. Engines disengaged.
So, first things first, we'll get the bounty done. Just as well, because that's the only credits I'm going to make here. So, let's deliver our 20. That gives me 20 merits. I need to bring another 31 to finish that particular one. Now, I can then carry on with this preparing systems business, but that means going on to another system that I don't really want to do. I'm more interested in carrying on doing this one and finishing this off. So to do that, I've got to go back to what do you call it? Teamsys. And that is, for all intents and purposes, what you are doing to begin with anyway, in Powerplay. So I'm still at rating 1, because I don't have the merits to get up to 2. Will get which I reach with 1,000 merits. Now when I have not 1,000, 100. Now when I have that, I can get 2 preparation nominations, so I can then nominate a couple of systems that could be prepared for whatever it is that they are being prepared for. So I could then nominate like 2 systems that are a lot closer to Teamsys, and then it's a lot less hassle getting back and forth. I'll have no problem there. I could also then get 15 of these power commodities every half hour, as opposed to the 10 that I get at the moment. And we also get our first benefit. Weapon modules in controlled or exploited systems have a 5% cost reduction, and that goes up to 10%, 50%, 20% when I have a power standing levels of 3, 2 or 1. Whatever the 3, 2 or 1 is for power standing levels, I have no idea. Everything else, rating 3 is the one that a lot of people are most interested in, and that's because that's the one that unlocks the access to the specific weapon or specific device for each person. Now you'll notice that something is now missing from here. It doesn't say top 50% or top 25% or top 10. That seems to have gone. So now, once you have the right number of merits, you can get there regardless of how many other people have also got there. That's a decent change, so I'm not sorry about that. Now, the number of merits you've got, obviously you're going to be grinding away a long time to get 20,000, but nevertheless, if you set your targets realistic, there's no reason why you can't reach them. I mean, the rating 3, 1,000 merits. Well, I've made 20 in just one run, and I could, if I had my Anaconda with 200 odd bloody 270 odd tons of cargo, if I had the credits to spare to fast track it all the time, I could take 270, it's 272 I've got, each time, which would finish this one off no problem, and it would mean that I would unlock rating 3 in 4 trips. So it doesn't take that long to do it. Now, because there is a condition regarding getting the access to the specific weapon or device, which is you have to be aligned with that power for 4 weeks. I've got no problem with that. If you pick a side, just stick with it. Once you've got your particular weapon, in this case the advanced accelerator, you can then defect if you want to, and then try and get a different one from someone else. I don't know if I could be bothered to do that. I guess it really all depends. Now, the big problem that some people have with it is that at the end of each week your merits are reset. Now, the thing about that is, firstly, it's wrong. Your merits aren't reset, at least they're not reset back to 0. You do lose some, and with each update to the beta it seems to bloody change. At one time you kept 75%, then I think it went up to 85%. I have no idea what it's at the moment. It could still be 85%, so you don't lose them all. But if you know, do several runs or whatever and you get, say, 20 merits in 1 week, and then you can't be bothered and do none the next week, then the week after that, of course, your merits will then go down to 0, because you won't have done any for that week. You know, that's blindingly obvious. So you're not starting from scratch every single time. But even if you were, is that necessarily a bad thing? Because, okay, it affects you, but it affects everybody else as well. So all of those people who have all the time in the game, or you know, all the time of the day to play the game for fuck knows how long, they would be starting from 0 as well. So if you are a casual player and you suddenly found yourself, oh okay, I've actually got quite a bit of time to play today, you could bump up your rating on here quite a bit, and you know, suddenly, boss, you're at rating 2, you're halfway to rating 3, and at that point, why is there a problem with, you know, a partial reset every week, or even a full reset? Now, okay, admittedly, I'm not a big fan of the idea of a full reset, so I'm not sorry that that isn't the case at all. Partial reset, I can live with that. I got no problem with that at all, in fact. So, yes, it's a grind, but then there is already a lot of grinding in the game. If you think it's too much of a grind, then okay, don't bother with it, or combine it with trade runs. There is nothing to say you can only carry the Powerplay specific items. Get 10 tons of them for 10 merits, and then fill the rest of your cargo up with commodities, and do a trade run as normal. It's not rocket science. So, although it's not very user friendly, when you take a bit of time, as I've been doing, to look through it, you suddenly realise it's not that bad. It's not perfect, there are still issues with it, but it's not terrible. Anyway, that's Powerplay done for a bit. You'll also notice on the Galactic Power page that the Galnet window is now working. However, when you click on it, just like you had with the news page there, you don't actually get fuck all in the window. Another thing is that at the moment there are 10 you can choose from. When it finally goes live, that's doubling to 20. So there are bound to be more alliance people. Let's assume there are going to be 4 of each. Actually, no, let's assume there's going to be 5 of each, because that would make sense. So you've got 5 Federation, 5 Empire, 5 Alliance, 5 Independence, that's 20. So that's probably how it's going to work out. Who the other Federation and Empire people are going to be, I have no idea. I mean, there was no doubt that Zachary Hudson here for the Federation was going to be in there. We just recently had the news that Hudson has just become president of the Federation. However, if you've been playing the 1.3 beta, you've known that for quite some time, because it was always referred to him as President Hudson. So then you hear, oh yeah, he's now president. Cool, really? I've only known that for about a week and a bit. So anyway, there you go. Powerplay. It's not as bad as you think. It's not great, but it's not diabolical. Like everything else in Elite Dangerous, it could be worse, but yeah, it could be better. So I guess in a way I'm actually sitting here doing a video that's kind of standing up for Frontier Developments and standing up for the game. I don't think anybody would have ever predicted me doing that. I mean, I'm not standing up for the game. There are still several things that piss me off about it. The fucking reputation decay is one. I mean, it could be worse. The reputation decay is only affecting your reputations with the major factions. The minor factions don't get changed at all. Which is just as well, because it's the minor factions that, as you improve your ratings with them, that's where you get the naval rank progression missions from. Not because your major faction reputation is great. At the moment, minor factions are, as I say, unaffected by reputation decay. That wasn't always the case. It was in there, and there is no guarantee that it's not going to be brought in. But at the moment, it's bearable. My stats on this version are nowhere near as good as my stats in the finished game. In the finished game, my current assets have passed 500 million, so I'm 100 million short of that in this one, which does rather show how little I've been playing it. Anyway, so yeah, I don't like the reputation decay still. I definitely don't like this bullshit idea of a new ship just being a small variant on an existing model, i.e. the Diamondback Explorer is a different ship from the Diamondback Scout. No, it fucking isn't. You can fucking outfit it, to either one of those specs. So don't give us that shit about, it's a new ship. What you are saying is that we can't be bothered to put in the 30 ships we promised, so we're just going to take the easy way out and do this fucking bollocks instead. So, yeah, I'm not standing up for the game in its entirety by any stretch of the imagination. Anyway, that's it for this video. So, this is Commander Lucosa saying, go away.